We could be here for a week if we're going to talk about lighting. You know, you can shoot natural light or you can have full control like in a studio. I prefer having control as much as possible, even on location. We roast our own coffee in-house. We take coffee very seriously here, so we thought we'd have some fun with our packaging. When we start a setup, you know, we've got the product. We knew we were going to do white on white, so we've got our white backdrop. We had our table, so I just put a white piece of foam core there and we set our product on it and kind of got it roughed into where we thought maybe it would sit. Really, it was put up a key light, so we put up a big Aputure 600D with their softbox on it and a grid to control it so that it wasn't spilling on the backdrop and going all over the place. From there, I put a piece of foam core on the opposite side of the 600D and then used a 300D with their LEGO projector mount on it, so I could just kind of shape a little bit of light shooting from the same side as the 600D. And then we obviously can't see steam, so we threw a 60D back there, spotted totally in, and just shot that right at where the steam would be, so when it comes up that light can catch it. And you know, backlighting water or smoke or any element really helps pop it. And then I had an 8-foot quasar just below frame behind our table to kind of just add a little gradient to the wall back there, you know, that helps separate the floor, you know, the base, the floor, and the wall, and just kind of create a little gradient there. You could do it a million ways. You know, that bounce with the foam core could have been done with another softbox or quasars. That one I did because I like with the projector, I could cut it in so the reflection on that black cup, I could keep it as skinny or as wide as I wanted. So once we switched to black, we just pulled a black curtain right over the white backdrop and then pulled the white foam core out. Kept the lighting the same at first just to see, okay, what looks good, what doesn't. We turned the 8-foot quasar off and added 2 4-foot RGB quasars, one on the left and one on the right, and did a cyan color, kind of reminiscent of the color that's on the label, to give those just a little edge and a little color, and it looked cool in the cup. And then, of course, I mean, why not add fire? We had glass so we could set our tabletop on fire. We did some fire options and then used an angle grinder and threw some sparks in there. And my thought behind the spark was that the coffee is called the Bellows Roast, and it's all inspired by blacksmithing, obviously with Forge Media. We use a lot of the blacksmith inspiration, so it's kind of to simulate some blacksmithing, maybe a hammer hit or something like that. But ultimately, very similar lighting setup, but what's really cool is just by changing that surface and that backdrop, how drastically different that mood comes across. It was a fun exercise. It's pretty cool seeing how much you can do with a small set of tools.